On January 2nd, 2025, Sharpe told Plaintiff he wanted to see her. He reminded her that he had a combined Christmas and birthday gift to give her, as he had previously promised. Reluctantly, Plaintiff allowed him to come over to her apartment. She would later regret that decision deeply. Once inside her apartment, Sharpe began undressing. Plaintiff firmly stated, multiple times, that they would not have sex without protection. She demanded that he wear a condom. She knew that in the past, he had refused to ever use condoms. She believed that her insistence this time would stop him from having sex with her. But although he refused to wear a condom, he still insisted on sex. She tried to resist him. She screamed. She had already expressed concerns for her safety, knowing that he had been involved with other women, increasing the risk of transmitting a disease. The more she begged, the more aggressive Sharpe became. He made it clear. He would not wear a condom, and he was going to have his way with her. Sharpe grabbed her, pulling her around and positioning her to perform oral sex, which lasted for roughly 2 minutes. Then, Sharpe repositioned her and roughly forced himself inside her. Plaintiff never stopped demanding and begging that he stop or put on a condom. Sharpe ignored her. As soon as he penetrated her, Plaintiff screamed and sobbed. Her cries for help did nothing to stop him. The assault lasted roughly 10 minutes, ending only when Sharpe ejaculated inside her. Plaintiff cried and begged repeatedly for him to stop. Plaintiff left Nevada after the assault. Plaintiff brings these causes of action in this honorable court to recover damages as outlined below. It is imperative that Shannon Sharpe and those like him are held accountable for their actions to prevent them from engaging in further sexual assault and sodomy and from harming future victims. First claim for relief: assault, sexual assault, battery, and sexual battery. Plaintiff hereby incorporates each of the foregoing paragraphs as if fully set forth herein. As alleged herein, defendant Sharpe willfully and unlawfully used threats and physical force on plaintiff. In using willful and unlawful force on plaintiff, defendant Sharpe intended to cause a harmful or offensive contact. The threats were intended to control plaintiff. The harmful and offensive contact intended by defendant Sharpe in fact occurred. The threats, as well as the harmful and offensive contact by defendant Sharpe, caused plaintiff to suffer harm. Sharpe's conduct proximately caused injury to plaintiff. Plaintiff has sustained and will continue to sustain pain and suffering, psychological and emotional distress, mental anguish, embarrassment, and humiliation. Accordingly, plaintiff is entitled to recovery against defendant for the damages proximately caused by defendant's conduct in an amount to be determined at trial. Second claim for relief: intentional infliction of emotional distress. Plaintiff re-alleges each aforementioned allegation as if fully incorporated below. Sharpe engaged in conduct that is extreme and outrageous so as to exceed the bounds of decency in a civilized society. Namely, he caused plaintiff to experience mental suffering by causing her to worry about her safety and well-being. Time and time again, he reinforced that fear with verbal threats. Sharpe engaged in this conduct intentionally, knowingly, and willfully. Sharpe's conduct proximately caused injury to plaintiff. Plaintiff has sustained and will continue to sustain pain and suffering, psychological and emotional distress, mental anguish, embarrassment, and humiliation. Accordingly, plaintiff is entitled to recovery against defendant for the damages proximately caused by defendant's conduct in an amount to be determined at trial. Thus, in addition to actual damages, plaintiff seeks punitive damages, and such damages are not subject to capping. Plaintiff herein demands a jury trial and tenders all appropriate fees with this complaint. Prayer for relief. Wherefore, plaintiff, reserving the right to amend the complaint prior to or during the trial of this matter, prays judgment against defendant as follows. General damages in the sum in excess of $10 million. Special damages in the sum in excess of $10 million. Punitive damages in a sum in excess of $20 million. Statutory penalties in a sum in excess of $10 million. Declaration of rights as set forth above. Attorney's fees and cost of litigation. Interest at the statutory rate. Such other and further relief as the court deems reasonable under the premises. Respectfully submitted, dated April 20th, 2025. Delahunty and Edelman, LLP, the Busby Law Firm. Attorneys for Plaintiff Jane Doe.